Are we live? Yes, we are. Hey, uh, hey kids. This is Daddy's Diary number 4. Today is the 22nd of September. Time is just past 10 o'clock. And today I'll be talking about wanting a goal versus actually needing the goal. Now, what do I mean? So, Arya Adam, if you're watching this, when you're watching this, I would have gone through lots of things. This morning, I actually had a session with a very good friend of mine, and he's an established businessman in his own right, and he's been doing this for years. He told me that he started his business at age 17, and he's got started and closed multiples since then. And he started something. He started at 17, and he's in his late 40s now, as of this recording, and he's told me a lot about business. And so he asked me, "Hey, Afigo, why are you in business for? What's your goal? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to have?" And I told him this: I want $1 million, because with $1 million, me being in finance, I can invest it to generate at least maybe 5-7% per annum. Gives us a comfortable income so that we can remove worry and never have to worry about being able to feed ourselves, you kids, household expenses and whatever. And so he asked me what was my goal. And so he says the goal, well, my goal is $1 million, right? I wanted $1 million. And he asked me, so how long have you started your own business, the one that I'm currently in? And I said, it's been a couple of years. It's been a couple of years. And how many clients do you have? And I'm like, oh, okay, because, a lot of testing, blah, 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 so many excuses. And I just said, 10. And he looks at me and he says, clearly you don't need that goal. I'm like, what? What do you mean? You don't want that goal. And you don't need it. That's why, after 2 years, you still haven't achieved it. And that really struck me. I mean, that really, really struck me, right? Like, I talk a good game. I say, I want $1 million. I want $500,000. I want, to be able to retire early, figure all these things out. And he's like saying, $1 million isn't that hard to get. And he asks me, why do you think you haven't gotten it? And my first words out of my mouth were, I'm lazy, right? And he says, nah, you're not lazy. You're not lazy. If you're an entrepreneur, you're not lazy. You do this, you do that. You're not lazy. I think you just don't need that $1 million, nor do you want it. I'm like, whoa, what? What do you mean? He says, if you really wanted it, if you really needed it, you would have, gone every single day, building your business to hit that million. And so today, Daddy's reflection is about wanting a goal versus actually needing it. And I'm reflecting tonight, saying that, maybe he is right. That if I really wanted and really needed, instead of wanted, I really needed that $1 million, I would have gone and gotten it, put in more drive. I've got to say, we've got a very comfortable life, kids. Like right now, I'm servicing whatever clients we have, earning a comfortable income enough to not really worry so much. But if I stop working, obviously the income stops. And at the back of my mind, it's always, I want that $1 million so that I don't have to work. But obviously I don't really want it nor need it bad enough. And so that's really my reflection today, that whatever goals I have, whatever goals that I've achieved in the past have always been because I need it. Not just because I want it, but because I really, really need it. Like, one of the more popular ones that I always like to tell the story is, Daddy's a chartered financial consultant. Ooh, big thing, right? And back then, when I was talking to my lecturer, and he was saying, normally people take about 3 to 5 years to do this part time, and the fastest he's seen it is 9 months. And I'm very proud to tell you kids that I did it in 10 months. Mommy was pregnant with you. And I rushed through the certification, the Chartered Financial Consultant certification, which normally takes 3 to 5 years. I did it in 10 months because I didn't want it, but I needed it. And I needed to get it done in 10 months. And so now I'm just thinking about, all the other goals that I've achieved, right? That I needed a monthly income to be able to feed you, pay for the house, have our little luxuries and comforts. And I needed that. And I've achieved it. But when I talk about, my big goal of $500,000, $1 million, it's a want. And it's I think in the back of my mind, it goes, so it's a nice to have. I want it. But is it really a need? And so my reflection again tonight is whatever goals you have, kids, whatever goals you have, think about it. Is it really just a want that, that's nice to have, I want that, versus something that you really need? A goal that gives you fire, a goal that keeps you awake at night, a goal that drives you forward. And the more I think about it, the more I know that $1 million is something that I need. Because I need to be able to spend time with you growing up. I need to be able to know that I don't have to work to pay for our living essentials. And I know that I need that 1 million, to give us that security and that stability. Because if I'm not around, then at least that million would be there for you and Adam. Right, Arya? And so think about it. When you set your goals, is it a want? Or is it a need? This is Afik, your daddy. I love you, Arya. I love you, Adam. I love you both very, very much. When you do read this, when you do see this, I hope you remember me fondly. Good night. I love you, kids.